So when we think of free will, is it only the human being who has free will? Or do angels, jinn, demons, devils also have free will? It's not only the human being who has free will. In fact, the angels have free will too. Allah has given them the intellect. They are honored to worship Allah and obey His commands. And they do have free will. So what's different then about the angels from the human beings? We human beings, we have desires acting upon us. We're bogged down by these desires, whereas angels are above desires. Allah has given them pure intellect and they follow the intellect, but it's out of free will. But there isn't any reason why they don't follow God. Because they have that clarity of vision and intellect, they don't have desires acting upon them, so obviously they worship God and they obey God, but it's out of free will. Don't think that angels are like robots who don't know what they're doing. No, angels are pure creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they worship God, they appreciate the status of God, but they don't have desires acting upon them. So they do have free will. What about Iblis, the jinn or the demons? They also have free will. And they also have some intellect too. Iblis has intellect. Don't think that God has not given him the power to see right from wrong. He knows right from wrong. He knows it. He doesn't deny it. In fact, Iblis talks to God. He knows God exists. He knows God is giving commands. You know, sometimes today maybe you doubt the existence of God. Or maybe an atheist says, okay, I don't know if God really exists. Does shaitan doubt God's existence? No. He speaks to God. He had conversations with Allah. He knows God exists. He doesn't have any doubts about that. But his arrogance and jealousy overwhelmed him. He knew right from wrong, but he allowed jealousy to overcome him. Because he was selfish, and he allowed his selfishness to overcome him. So he has free will just like human beings have. That's why Allah in Surah Al-Jinn tells us that there are good jinn and bad jinn. Just like there are good people and bad people. Those who follow the path will be saved. Those who deviate, they will be doomed. So jinns have free will. When shaitan rejected the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it was based on his free will. And he did have intellect. It's not that he did not have intellect, but he allowed his desires to overcome his intellect. Whereas when Allah chose Adam and the prophets and the Ahlul Bayt, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was telling His creation that I've chosen them, I've given them free will, I've given them desires, but they are the ones who will use the intellect to overpower their desires. That's why they're worthy for me to choose them. Allah examined all of His creation and He found the prophets and the 14 infallibles, those who would never allow their desires to trump their intellect. They would never allow for that. That's why He gave them a special status. So all three have free will. Even the jinn, Iblis, he does have free will. And he does have the intellect. But he allowed his desires to overcome his intellect.